Around 20 years ago, people around the world started displaying a range of special powers and abilities. With each year, the number of these cases increased. The governments of the world needed a way to organize and regulate these people. My name is Angus, and I work for the Superhuman Action Response Team. With my partner Sal, I help document these powered individuals and their exploits. Because heroes don't do paperwork.
Hey, Angus.
Yeah, what's up, Sal?
Can you, please pass me the Robitussin?
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. I just had some.
Thank you.
You too, right?
Oh my god, it won't stop all week.
It's just the drip, like, constantly dripping from my nose.
It somehow
disgusting.
feels like my nose is congested, yet
Yeah.
it's still also running. I don't think that's possible.
You'd think if all the leaking was happening, it would clear up eventually, but yeah.
You wanna go for an orange juice run?
Oh God, orange juice would be great.
Right? Yeah.
Do you want me to go get some orange juice?
Oh, I think we can both go. Take a break, you know? We've been down here for a while now.
Yeah, sure.
Go get some sunlight. I can't imagine. We have nothing on the agenda for tonight, so.
That's true. We got no work to do.
No work to do? I say we go get some orange juice.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet. Where's the nearest corner store from here?
I have no idea.
Yeah, now that I think about it,
Now
we don't
that I
typically go out.
No, we
during work
generally,
hours.
it's come in,
work.
leave. Well, you pack those amazing lunches.
I know.
Do you cook? You cook all those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Where do you have the time, man?
Hey, you know, get home at the end of the day, throw on a nice episode of my current TV show I'm watching.
What are you watching right now?
Old episodes of Seinfeld.
Old episodes of Seinfeld. Not the new episodes. They suck.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have brought it back.
Yeah, I don't know why they
very out of
ever would
touch.
have replaced Seinfeld.
No, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, God, thank you. So old Seinfeld, and then you make a very eloquent meal. Yeah, it's what do you got today?
I've got a nice Italian meatball soup.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
And
soup
you're
for
gonna
the
be able
soul.
to taste that?
Doesn't matter about taste. It's all about that broth for the
That's
sickness.
good. Clear up that cold.
You can have some if you want.
Oh my God, really? That would. Oh my God. I mean, well, you know, all that stuff with plague doctor, and then everybody in town sick.
Yeah, common cold all at the same time.
Yeah, real common, right? Oh, this is good. What was this? It was a meatball soup?
Italian meatball.
Italian meatball.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's good.
Just a bunch of Italian meatballs and some
these,
broth.
Yeah, and these noodles. These are like spaghetti noodles?
Yeah.
Okay. This is very good.
Here, try one of the potatoes.
There's potatoes in it, too? Oh, God, that's so good.
Parisian.
Parisian? Prison potatoes?
Parisian.
Parisian?
That one.
Where are they from?
Paris.
Paris. Oh.
Hello?
Oh. Sorry, let me just put this away. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, is this the right department?
Well, that depends. We file incident reports
I'm
here.
looking for your lawyers.
Lawyers.
Well, geez.
My name is Eustache Henge, and I'm here to file a complaint.
Okay, well, we would be the people you'd talk to then.
We
Come
are
on.
the complaints department.
Excellent.
I am Angus. This is my partner, Sal.
It's so great to meet you. I'm just thrilled. I'm tickled.
Eustace, please take a seat.
I will.
Mr.
Which
Henge,
chair
Eustace-
would you prefer that I sit in?
Just take that one right there on that side of the desk.
Excellent.
Great. Okay, well, so you have a complaint?
I do. I have a complaint, but first, may I compliment you on your decor?
Oh, well,
Thank
thank you. We've put some posters up.
Yeah, there's one with a cat hanging in there.
Hanging
I
in there.
appreciate
Yeah.
his motivational message.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, hey, we're just hoping everyone can hang in there. It's been a tough time, especially with Plague
Doctor, yes.
Exactly. Going around getting everybody sick.
Yes,
Sucks.
it does.
It sucks.
That is the word for it, is that it sucks.
And it just everyone, I believe the plan was so that everyone would take a sick day all at once and
Yep.
he'd be able to rob every bank in town.
And yet, here I am, making you work. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's okay. It's not you. It's not you. We come in, day out. You know, we're like the post service, you know, cough or sneeze or snot or vomit.
That's a
Nothing will stop.
disgusting picture, but
Thank
I
you.
understand the method behind it.
Thank you. Well, Mr. Henge, Eustace, can I call you Eustace?
You may. In fact, I insist.
Okay, Eustace. This is great. I can't imagine why on earth you'd want to contact our lawyers, but please, I'd love to hear a bit more about your situation, who you are.
I am owed past compensation.
Oh, okay. Well,
Are you a former sidekick?
yeah, you're a former sidekick.
In a
then?
matter of speaking.
Okay. Well, let me just bring up your file.
Please.
Okay. Oh, this has got to be some kind of mistake. This is actually a henchman file.
Check the spelling of Eustace. Does it have
Oh.
an H in it?
Yeah, does it have an H in it?
It does. It has an H right before the final E.
Okay. Yes.
And
no,
the
that's
last name is Henge.
Henge. Yes, Eustache Henge, and I'm seeing the
Henge.
picture. It's you.
It is.
So.
Thank you for recognizing it was taken when I was much younger and more attractive.
Hey, man, I think you still look great. I mean.
Let's try to keep this professional.
Okay, of course. Normally, we don't deal with paperwork resulting in henchman, Sal, right? Like, that's not normally our jurisdiction. That's generally the League of
Villains.
League of Villains generally handles that kind of thing. So
Our,
their building is just down the street. It's got the big gargoyles on it.
That's where I go to collect my paychecks.
Okay, well, so I just don't understand why the superhuman action response team would owe you compensation, Eustace.
Well, you see, and gentlemen, this is something of a sticky wicket for me, but it is a matter of damages.
Oh. Okay, well, I assume some kind of certified hero has damaged your belongings in some way?
Well, yes, that's definitely part of it. Metal Man has,
Metal guy?
Metal Guy, yes, is that what he's going by now?
Yeah, he kind of flip-flops.
No.
He does. He also flip-flopped me right across the hood of a car, and I dislocated a bone.
Well, Eustace, were you committing a crime?
Oh, yes.
Could you detail the crime a bit for us? Because we do have a chart that kind of decides when
Of course.
force is excessive, and if you were trying to kill someone, obviously a dislocated shoulder or bone is very.
Not exactly at the time, but anything to make your gentleman's paperwork easier to fulfill.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
So at the time, I was stealing the car in question.
Okay,
Okay. Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand
Yep.
Theft- well, yes.
Pretty standard crime. Generally, we don't even send supers after that.
It was actually an automatic transmission, so not standard.
Oh, Eustace. I like this guy. Honestly, like
He's got a good attitude.
I generally was not a big fan. Like I just don't know why someone would go into your line of work. Why
Well,
help the
that's
bad
an
guys?
interesting story,
Oh, here
in
we go.
fact. You see, the year was 1979, and I found myself new in the big city. A young kid just out of Hench College.
Okay, yeah. So you went to Henchman U.
I did.
You said college.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird name,
It's
right?
a regional school.
It's a very strange name.
A regional school.
Yes.
Called Henchman U.
Henchman U College. It's
Very
a
weird.
state.
Okay, so you got out of that, and then how did you get into this, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, you see, I majored in interdepartmental villain communication, and my specialty is team building events,
Oh.
which was not something very many people were specializing in at the time.
Wait, so you deal in villain team-ups?
I deal in villain team-ups, villain brunches, villain end-of-year picnics, and paintball team-building exercises.
Wow.
I also will remove organs from someone if that is a thing you need.
Sal, is that a thing you need?
Can't say it's come up.
Not a thing I need.
Well,
so,
you let me know.
Yep, I will not need it. I guarantee that I will not
actually,
need organs at any point.
Regarding that, would I be able to get your contact information? We do have this blank spot on your entry in our database.
Absolutely. You can find me at EustaceHenge_1 at AOL.com.
All right, I got it.
Great, thank you, Sal.
I'm also at Instagram at heartrupture.eustace.
Wow.
Yes,
Catchy.
because I once ruptured a man's heart.
Okay, so you have killed. Okay,
I
great.
have killed many people, yes, but my specialty is workplace team building events.
Okay, so back to this issue, this incident in question. You were stealing a car.
Yes.
What kind of vehicle was this? Was this a hero vehicle? Was this a super vehicle of some kind? Or was it just a normal automatic car?
This was a civilian transport.
Okay.
It was a bus?
It was a bus.
It
yes.
was a bus. Okay, great. And
Was
and,
a automatic transmission bus.
Yep, of course. And Metal Guy, of course, showed up.
And Metal Guy did show up.
Thwarted
and he
you.
did pull me through a windshield.
Yeah, he does that. His suits are obviously strong enough to do that.
It hurt.
Yeah, I'm noticing like all the
Eustace.
cuts on your face.
Eustace.
Yes, Sal.
Quick question. You mentioned you were stealing a bus.
I was, yes.
Where were you taking the bus full of passengers?
Ah, yes. Well, the bus was headed to the local courthouse. I was going to crash it through the wall in the middle of the court jester's trial.
Now,
Okay, this is good. So you're working with the court jester currently? Because I know henchmen, you guys have it, and it's nothing against you guys. You guys tend to move around a lot.
I
from
do.
villain to villain.
I've worked for many people around the city. Currently, I am on short-term contract with the court jester.
Okay, so you were trying to break him out of his...
I was the distraction.
For?
Well, I couldn't tell you that. It would violate my contract.
Okay, so
He's under an NDA. We should respect that.
of course, obviously,
you.
we follow the rules here. If anything, I mean, it kills me, Sal. It would be just so easy for us to just really get this information out of him, but okay, because Court Jester got away. You
He
guys
did,
were
yes.
successful.
But
And-
I was injured in the process.
Okay, and you said a bone was dislocated. Could you mind detailing exactly what the injury was?
Yes, my collarbone exited my body and landed next to me.
Oh, my.
Oh, your collarbone.
Yes.
It came out of your body.
It did.
I
Oh,
thought you were
wow.
just having a crooked neck because you were perplexed.
No, that's just generally how I look now.
Okay, well that does sound a bit excessive. Although, so here's the thing: when you try to break out a
Villain.
top tier villain like Court Jester,
Yes. Well, I mean,
you
top
kind of
tier.
Well, I mean,
Not like in the old days, let me tell you.
Yes, his
in the
star has
80s,
faded a bit.
In the 80s, I worked with such villains you boys don't even know.
could you rattle a few off for us?
Yes, well, in the 80s, there was Media Man.
Media Man,
Media Man, yes?
like media.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't recall Media Man. What was
Oh.
his shtick?
His whole shtick was black and white cinema.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I definitely am too. I never
Whole
really
bunch
wa-
of crimes committed in complete silence.
Probably too young to remember.
Probably. Well, yes. Yeah, I'm very young, of
The
course.
talkies took him down.
The walkie-talkie themed heroes.
Yes.
Oh God! Wow. That was another classic.
Over and out.
He was my favorite.
So Media Man, great. Who else?
Well, there was Miss Terrible.
Miss Terrible. Oh, I remember her.
Not the most creative, but boy,
No?
could she deliver.
Yes, she was terrible.
Yes.
I mean, this is maybe out of bounds for me to ask because
Please.
we're kind of on opposite sides here. But like, who was the best villain to work for?
The best villain, and let me tell you,
Yeah.
I am not one for exaggeration. The best villain that I ever worked for was my very first job.
Really?
The Golfer.
The golfer.
The Golfer, yes.
Oh, man. Well, that's a bad name right there.
Yeah. What?
Tell me, Sal, have you heard of the Golfer?
I heard of him. I've seen him in action.
Really?
Oh, my
That
God.
must have been amazing.
I have never seen such heinous crimes in all my life.
Is he the one tearing up people's lawns? He like
Yeah. He
just big
Puts
divots
big
and
divots in lawns.
and doesn't fix them.
Yeah. He keeps shouting out 4 early in the morning.
Yeah.
Right near people's windows as they're trying to sleep. And there was that whole incident with just knocking people's heads right off their shoulders with an iron.
Yeah, that's the one definitely where he made his name because
Oh,
definitely the first ones were more of a ne'er-do-well status. As soon as he starts knocking heads off, he gets bumped up to
Murderer.
Yeah,
The thing is
evil.
that is, in fact, a separate tax bracket.
Is it
That is
really?
the main reason most villains commit their first murder, is to get into that new tax bracket.
I'm really sometimes curious about what goes on at the League of Evil.
The stories I could tell you,
Please do.
but I
Please.
can't.
Oh, NDA.
Yeah, but I can tell you some things about working for the Golfer. You know, that was much more of a group operation than a lot of people think. You know, the Golfer, he had the charisma, but the rest of us, the Gopher, Johnny Potter, and the Iron,
Who could forget about Castin Caddywhacker?
casting
Oh,
Caddywhacker was
Another one we lost this year. We lost a lot of people this year. I mean, villains, obviously, that's the one thing we can agree on. It's always sad when we lose one of those big time names that we
yes.
all looked up to.
very sad.
Yeah.
You looked up to these villains?
No, but I imagine.
Because it
I
sounded
imagine
like you
Eustache
said
did.
you looked up.
Well, I looked
to
up to Giganto, literally, and he's
Well,
obviously
rest
in peace, Giganto.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Of course, beautiful service, lovely,
Beautiful service.
lovely service.
It's true. I do love a good service. You know, one time we did have someone at work at the villain office. They did lose a cat.
Oh.
And you know, sometimes it can be nice to celebrate a life, no matter how small. So I did hold a small open casket service for Fluffy, and then we all went out for paintball afterwards.
Eustace, you seem like such a nice guy. I find it hard to believe that you've killed people. And
I do, though. I did once remove a man's kidney while he was still awake.
yeah, you take a lot of organs. Is that mainly how you
It's
kill people?
mainly what I do, yes. Would you like to buy a kidney?
I gotta say once again, I don't think anyone in this building wants a kidney.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Actually, yeah, you would be surprised.
Fair enough. Eustace, just to fill out some more of these paperwork here, I'm noticing a lot of-
Absolutely. I'm sorry to get sidetracked.
No, hey, it's okay. We got nothing.
We were about to go get juice.
We were just about to go get juice to help with these
Where
colds.
were you going to go get juice? Because I got to
didn't
tell
know.
you, I can't find a good juice store around
There's
here.
no good juice stores around here.
No, not after they
God.
tore down the old Kmart.
Yep.
Yeah,
The old
yeah.
Kmart, man.
Now with the
that
gas
had some juice.
station. Yeah.
Could you tell me? Could you go ahead and just? Are you a powered individual?
I am a powered henchman, yes.
Great. Could you get into a little bit about that?
Oh, certainly. I am functionally immortal.
Oh, wow.
Pardon me.
I cannot be killed. Or perhaps it is more accurate to say that I can be killed as much as is necessary.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I was going to say, sounds like you've been working in the industry for a while.
For a long time. Yeah.
I
And you
have,
look
yes.
incredibly young.
Yes, I cannot die. It is both my blessing and my terrible curse.
Now, I'm noticing some of the cuts on your face are healing up as we're speaking.
Yes, I came directly from the crash.
Yeah, I thought so.
Are you grifting us?
Well, here's the thing. I feel as though I am owed not just damages for this most recent injury, but in fact, the life insurance that I have been paying into for the past several decades.
Oh God,
I have died legally many times.
I just don't think that you can use that because no one collects their own life insurance uses. That's kind of the point.
Next of kin.
Next of kin. Which, do you have any next of kin?
I am related to myself. I have here a driver's license.
Okay, now here's what I could do for you. Every time you died, if a new copy of you emerged from some kind of egg sac or cocoon, maybe. But if it's just you coming back, reconstituting yourself, I don't know if there's much wiggle room here, Sal. What do you think?
Sorry, I'm just distracted by his driver's license. Next to organ donor, he says, I can help.
And I can.
I'm seeing also on his license that next to sex it says, sure, why not? I could go for it. There's a very verbose driver's license here.
They used to let you fill it in by hand.
Yeah, times have changed. They certainly have used
The
it.
70s were fucking wild, let me tell you.
Well, the 70s, obviously, that was before the big boom of superpowered individuals. So
It was a much different world, yes, as you might imagine.
I'm so wildly fascinated with this. Functionally immortal. That's such a rare power.
The only one in the city.
How did you find out you had this power?
Well, that's a bit of a darker tale, young man.
We got nothing but time.
So there I was, hanging by the neck,
Oh, my.
the bottle of lotion ready.
I don't know if we can share this. I don't know if we can share this with Eustace. We forgot to mention, this is a podcast. Also, we release these interviews.
Hello, listeners at home.
We try to keep it somewhat family friendly. I don't know if we can get into this story.
Let's just say there was an accident. But a few minutes later, I was okay again. Standing up, so to speak.
I bet.
That is not, I gotta say, not normally how people find their powers.
No, most people, it's when they're children or
Yeah,
some sort of,
course.
accident or, how did you discover your power?
Oh, I actually don't.
I can tell a fun story about that.
Oh, please, I do love a story.
All right. Well, one day I was walking through a strawberry field with my mother.
It's kind of a boring story.
And hey,
I'm enthralled so far.
I'm sorry. It's
thank you, Eustace.
I mean, he died and got his power. Okay, sorry. Please tell the story.
Yes,
Please
but
tell the
after the 48th time, it becomes a little less lustrous.
story. Please continue, Sal.
Please tell me about your mother in the field.
I was in the strawberry field with my mother. As I was walking through the field, as the day progressed, I kept feeling a wet spot on my back. And sure enough, strawberries were getting caught in a small gravitational field around my belly.
Jelly belly.
Thank you. And yeah,
That's good.
one thing I didn't tell
Thank you.
Angus from the first story is that my mother and I proceeded to have baguette with strawberry jam on it for lunch.
Oh, was it the jam that your field had made?
What? No, we went home and prepared actual strawberry jam with the strawberries we
Right. Of course. I don't know what I was
Otherwise,
thinking.
you're just eating the berries from your belly, and that's a bit, that's
a bit
unsanitary.
weird. Yeah,
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
you need to wash the berries before you can eat them.
Of course. How
If you
foolish.
had some sort of, perhaps, a belt attachment that would wash the berries as they flew towards you.
Oh my god, that's ingenious.
I used to work for a man. He would invent the most amazing gadgets. Of course, he did then burn down an orphanage using them.
Yeah, that's pretty dark, man. You keep reminding us that you are, in fact, an agent of evil, even though you've got this kind of delightful demeanor about you, and
I appreciate
you keep
saying
winning me
that.
over.
Where the circumstance is different, I think this would be a lovely friendship.
Perhaps you would like to join me at some sort of cocktail hour, or perhaps an outdoor game of touch football.
God, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It does sound like fun. I just can't help but feel as though it is a thinly veiled attempt at harvesting our organs.
Oh, God. Sal, good catch. I think you're right. Was it, Eustace?
I have no comment at this time.
Okay. All right, Eustace. Well, actually, this is great. We don't normally get someone from the other side. In fact, we've never had someone from the other side on our show, in our office before. Could you maybe spend a second just to tell us a bit how some of our people are performing? Because obviously, we certify and we put heroes out in the world, and this is a vantage point we don't normally get. Like, do you feel as though, obviously you feel as you were roughed up too much by Metal Guy?
Yes, Metal Guy I have a number of complaints about. For instance, his suit, it smells.
Yeah, we're currently trying to help him.
Could you describe that smell?
Well, does he take it off? Because it smells to me, as I said sounds, it's almost an audible stench.
Wow.
Whenever he moves through the creeks, it smells like 1,000 years of sweat and rust combined in my nose, and all just fellas.
We have gotten similar complaints, usually from team ups and stuff like that. The thing you need to know about Metal Guy is he's kind of going through a rough patch right now. Sal?
Sorry.
He's kind of going through a rough patch right now. He's having some troubles at home, financial trouble. Sal, are you
No, I'm good.
reveling in this man's... The core suit that he wears that no one's ever really seen him take off, he hasn't been maintaining. So...
I'll say.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, that's great notes.
Great notes for us on Metal Guy. Personal troubles
hygiene.
can often manifest in the workplace, and this is why it's important to build a healthy working environment. Perhaps if there were to be some sort of surprise basket of muffins left at his desk, that might clear things up. Or perhaps if someone were to take his knees.
Do you take knees as well?
I have a collection of kneecaps from people who have wronged me.
I've been meaning to ask about your hat choice.
It is made of said kneecaps.
Oh, okay. Wow. I thought that was just a jaunty chapeau, but it's
It can be both.
It's made of knees.
Made of knees.
I don't know how jaunty it can be once it's been revealed it's made of knees, but that's maybe just a personal thing.
I mean, it does have a smiley face monogrammed into it.
You are correct. It does. I'm seeing that now. About 50-50. He keeps winning me over with these wonderful
He's
things.
a likable guy.
But then just under the surface, there's this overwhelmingly evil energy.
Yeah.
Do you feel it, right, Sal?
He's brought up several times that he harvests organs.
Organs, yeah.
From living people.
And sometimes they're awake the whole time.
See,
terrifying.
When you do stuff like that, you get bumped up a level. You get bumped up a bracket,
Yes.
and it's very hard to go back down that bracket. So even if you are, let's say, stealing a bus with the expressed intent of freeing
A villain.
a top-tier villain, well, B-list villain, we'll say, now, you kind of get put in the bracket with him. So anything they would do to him, they're going to do to you, the henchman. In fact, sometimes, and I've heard stories about this, especially with guys like Shadow Rat and the Turnbuckle, that they're exceptionally hard on henchmen. Sometimes harder on the henchmen than they are on the actual villains.
True, and they have a certain right to be, because a lot of henchmen were usually on the front lines, were hired because we're disposable. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it gets rough. We are treated as lower than the low. The people actually masterminding these crimes, we often take the fall for them. And this is why a lot of people, they leave the hench profession early in their careers, whether by choice or death.
With a power like yours, why not go up to the big leagues? Why not become a villain? Are you like I don't know. I don't entirely know what the certification like is at the League of Villains, but
You have
surely
to take the most grueling standardized tests.
Oh,
and
God.
there's all of these forms to fill out. And once you're a villain, you have to commit a certain number of crimes per year to maintain that status.
Sounds pretty well organized.
Yeah, it sounds like villains don't do paperwork.
Is that some sort of reference?
No, I don't know.
That'd
Just
be
the thing I'm
ridiculous.
tossing around.
Well, maybe keep workshopping.
Yeah, we'll keep workshopping.
My point being,
Yeah.
Angus,
Of course.
is that
Eustace.
wouldn't you much rather be a big fish in a small pond? I cannot die. Every moment of my life, I am reliving all of the death I have ever lived.
Oh my god.
Wow.
But it makes me uniquely suited to the hench career.
You're right. You can take an infinite number of beatings, theoretically, so you
Yes.
could always be there to get back up.
I have so many maxed out cards.
I'm kind of curious, because I'm noticing...
Punch cards, that is.
Of course.
We get punch cards every time we're punched. We put a hole in the card.
Certain number of punches, you get a free...
You get a free sandwich. Sometimes it's an upgrade to a new office. No one in the history
Wow.
of this city has collected more merit points than me.
Okay, so I'm still a little confused. I'm seeing the cuts have almost fully healed, and your neck is kind of straightened out, too. So I'm assuming
Yes.
your collarbone has mended itself.
It has.
How exactly does your power work? Like, if you were to lose an arm, have you lost limbs before?
I once lost a toe and 3 fingers, and it took about a week, but they did grow back.
And here's my other thing. If you're trying to sell organs, why not just sell your own organs? They'll grow back.
That's actually a really good point.
Have you ever
Thank you, Sal.
cut yourself by accident?
Oh, yeah. Cooking.
Was it pleasant?
No.
No, I can't say that it was.
Have you ever tried to remove your own lung?
I cannot say that I have, no.
Nope.
But you can imagine that it would be far worse.
I see. Yes. Okay. Dumb
Make a
question. Dumb
compelling
question.
point.
Fair enough.
Just to clarify, you just asked, why not harvest my own organs?
I'm just saying if you have to harvest organs, I
No,
would.
I don't
would
have to.
Well, then don't do it.
But
Come
I
on.
get the free
Here's this-
points.
You have a power. You have such great ability. I would kill to have a power. Obviously, I wouldn't kill, but
Well, you could kill
would
me. I wouldn't mind.
Well, I don't know if you would actually stay dead. Here's the thing.
Well,
I
I
would
wouldn't.
kill to have a power
Maybe
like
that's your
yours.
power.
What's that?
Killing the functionally immortal.
Oh God!
Only one way to find out.
Don't think
That-
we should find this out.
I would prefer that we not test it, but, maybe.
Oh God! I wouldn't feel right if it worked. If that
Ace in the
was.
hole for the future.
That's true. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe sometime. Okay.
Perhaps not.
No, of course not. I wouldn't. Obviously
I'm
not. That would.
watching you now.
No. Oh God. Oh.
You're on the list.
He's eyeing your
I'm
liver.
on a list. Well, you don't want any of my organs. They are completely mediocre, like perfectly mediocre.
You should take better care of yourself.
Well, I'm not saying they're bad. They're just perfectly average. They don't have a super. I don't have a superpower, so I don't have any super organs. Obviously, I assume you get more money for the super
power
organs.
at all.
No. I mean, it's not that uncommon. Bubo doesn't have powers. He just has tons of gadgets.
Where
Yeah.
are your gadgets?
I can't afford. They're so expensive.
They
They're
are.
so expensive. And Metal Guy's super intelligent, so he just makes his own gadgets.
Doesn't stop him from rooting through people's trash, though.
Is he still doing that?
It's
Yeah.
sad.
God. In the raccoon suit?
Yep.
He made a suit for picking through garbage?
The tail is made of tin cans.
It goes over top of the other one he never takes off.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting.
You've seen this as well, then?
I have.
Okay.
I mean, it's starting to get around there on the social media.
Jeez. We gotta. We
Is
should
this-
make. Actually,
We keep trying to call him in. He just keeps sending in surrogate suits.
we should make
I
a
could
memo
send
about
him a
this.
message if you would like.
Oh God, we would really prefer if we handle this just on our side. I
Yeah,
don't
we
even
should
know
keep this
how you'd
in-house.
send a message to Metal Guy.
I would arrange a loved one of his in the shape of letters.
I cannot stress this enough. Do not do that. You cannot do that.
All right.
That is way
Yeah, please don't.
that's
affect his
villain.
loved
That's
ones.
villain territory, and I don't want you getting in trouble with the League of Villains. You cannot do that unless ordered to by a villain. You
This
are a
is
henchman
true.
at the end of the day.
This is true.
I'd love to get a couple more if we have time. I'd love to get a couple more hero interactions you've had. This is once again your
Absolutely,
great point
yes,
of view.
yes.
Have you run into any other heroes that we should maybe? Who is the best hero for you to deal with? They thwarted the crime because you're a henchman. At the end of the day, you guys usually lose. It's just the name of the game.
This is true. We do have to file a surprising number more forms if we do somehow win.
Of course.
And so a
And
good,
that sucks.
competent hero, you want it to be a good fight. And I gotta say that Shadow Rat, he's doing a great job.
Shadow Rat.
Wow, his name comes up a lot.
Okay,
Oh, does he?
because we've been getting complaints lately that he's been
Murdering.
like he's been
He's very efficient.
using. Oh, I see. And you.
We see no
immortal.
problem.
So you've run into him a couple times then?
He's killed me 14 times.
Wow.
Yes. It took about till the 10th before he started recognizing me, let me tell you.
Well, yeah.
But
Do you guys keep tabs on each other now?
Well, we laugh about it a bit now. And
You run in the same circles as...
well, we both frequent the docks.
Okay, well, that's kind of his turf, of course. This is more of a fun one. I always thought, villains sometimes have to wear silly costumes to be on theme with their... Oh, sorry, henchmen. Henchmen sometimes wear funny costumes to be
Yeah, the
on
villains
theme.
don't have to wear the silly costumes, but for some reason they do, and then they make us do it as well.
Is there any that you didn't like wearing?
Oh, there's a lot I didn't like wearing, but I have a feeling I know exactly what you're going to want to know about. The worst thing that I ever had to wear was a cherub outfit.
Yeah, okay.
You know those little babies
with the
with
bows
the
and arrows.
diapers and the arrows?
Yeah.
And yeah, I had to...
Well, you're not a large man, I would say. You're
No,
kind of small.
This is true. I did fit a child's diaper, and I was suspended from
concerning.
the ceiling of the cathedral. And then in he comes, Michelangelo, the painting-themed hero from the mid-90s.
Yes. Yep, Michelangelo, of course.
Yes.
Very
Nunchuck
cultured.
guy, yeah.
Nunchuck guy, yes. He comes in, and he looks around, and he looks up, and what does he see? He sees 4 babies hanging from the ceiling with bow and arrows. And what were on the ends of those bows and arrows? Nerve gas. And
course.
what had baby number 5 done? He bit into the nerve gas by accident.
These were actual babies.
Were some of them actual babies? That's concerning.
Well, I say babies, but, we were all, of legal hench age.
I see. Kids in the sense of new to being henchmen.
We really were. We were new to the city. This is why we had taken the job. And so there we are, 4 men wearing diapers and 1 unconscious winged man swinging from the ceiling. And we just had to laugh. And Michelangelo,
Of course.
He gets a ladder. He helps us down. We had the good time. He tied us up.
Of
Actually,
course. That sounds pretty pleasant. I mean, better than Shadow Rat. Shadow Rat kills you. This guy just tied you up.
It was one of the more pleasant experiences I've had, except for the fact that sometime during the process I did shit myself.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, that's
But luckily, I was wearing the diaper.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
How long till
really
the
regenerate
cops
that.
found you?
2 days.
Gross.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Our people are really bad about... A lot of them just tie
Contacting
people...
the authorities.
Exactly. A lot of them just tie people up and then leave. It's resulted in a ton of... I want you to know we're really making an effort to kind of get them. Remember...
Perhaps some sort of seminar on the importance of a speedy contact would be good. Perhaps
That's
with
a
a
great-
fun acronym.
Oh, that's a great idea. I will definitely... We'll make a note of that. I'll make a note of that right now.
And anyone
Seminar.
who doesn't attend loses a finger.
Ah, God, There it
You
is
almost
again.
had us.
There it is again. Oh, once again, I was letting my guard down again.
I was about to invite him to plan the event.
I mean, we can't.
I
it
have
seems-
reasonable rates.
It's more the maiming.
It's
that's turning me
100% the maiming. I'm assuming your rates are very very fine.
Yes, some would call them cutthroat.
off. That's funny, but also deeply concerning.
Yeah, I assume you've actually cut a couple throats.
Less than you would think, but more than you would be comfortable with.
Okay. All right. Well,
Eustace, one last thing. It's my
Absolutely, Sal.
It's my understanding you've come today to seek compensation.
I have, for my many deaths.
We're not going to be able to offer that.
yeah,
That's
there's,
unfortunate.
There's just no way. I don't think that's.
That said, we're reasonable people. How would you feel about an orange juice on us?
You know, I am a reasonable man. I understand that, sometimes these requests take a while. So how about you just promise me the paperwork will get submitted and I will take that juice to go. And, you're reasonable people. I would hate for something to happen to you. So I will take the juice and let's just say lock your doors tonight and I'll do what I can, to...
God, so threatening in such a non-threatening package.
I still can't take my eyes off that hat.
Right. It's winning me over. Kneecap hat.
I can make you one if you would like.
I probably should not have one of those.
That's fair. Well, gentlemen, you have yourselves a good day. I am sorry to have been a bother, but it has been excellent getting to know you. And Angus, your time will come.
That's very ominous.
Yeah, especially coming from you.
Yeah.
I heard it. I now understand how that could sound.
Thank you, though. I'm going to take it in its best version, and I
That's
appreciate that.
Probably
Thank you.
for the best, yes.
Okay, well, I mean, Sal, if you could show this guy out, I can get things wrapped up here.
Sure. Let's stop by the canteen. Maybe they have an orange juice there for you.
Excellent. I would also accept an apple or perhaps a pomegranate.
Okay.
Also blood. I drink blood.
That's on theme.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening. And remember, try to do the right thing.
Oh, God, he's got a knife.
Hey everybody, Angus here. Sal Bedfellow is played by Matthew Wally. Matthew and I performed together on the Dungeons & Dragons inspired improv team, Quest Friends Forever. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Quest Friends Forever. Eustache Henge was played by Jonas McLean. Jonas performs monthly with Outtake Improv at Arts Court in Ottawa. You can follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Outtake Improv, or you can check out their website, outtakeimprov.com. Thanks for listening.